everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Magic Show. Yes, we're back at it, and we're back at it on a bi-weekly basis. We've got some drama, so let's get right to it. There's no denying that the Hell Vault was a cool promotion. Let's break down what happened. First, stores were encouraged to pre-register players for their Avacyn Restored pre-release, guaranteeing certain numbers would show up and take part of the promotion. The magic number was 54 players. Don't ask me, it was just 54. WotC even made a promotional video with their VP of Sales discussing the experience. Let's take a look.
Wow. Sorry, can't show you what's inside. That's a surprise for everyone, you and your players included. But what I can tell you is that the Hell Vault contains prize support for 54 players. So as soon as the Hell Vault arrives at your store, don't open it, but do put it on display. That way customers can see it, ask about it, and wonder what's inside.
Now on Twitter, the hashtag #InTheHellVault had players all over the social network discussing crazy things that could be found inside it. There was fun to be had all over, and ultimately I thought the promotion was going swimmingly. Who knew what was going to be inside? And when the big weekend finally got here, approximately 3,000 Hell Vaults were shipped. With at least 54 pre-registered per Hell Vault, that means a whopping 324,000 players took part in this. Now, not all of those pre-releases were the same. Some players were charged more for Hell Vault events, and some did not distribute all of their contents to players if the event was not at capacity. The 324,000 number could actually be a misnomer, but let's safely say 250,000 players were affected here. Okay? First, I think that this promotion was awesome sauce. For the first time ever, a pre-release was more than just a neat foil. Suddenly, the pre-release really felt like a mini Christmas. You want to remember your pre-release experience, and you want to make it feel like there's something special. This is definitely a step in the right direction. Then, right at the end, right at the point where we should all be celebrating this cool thing and comparing who got what out of their Hell Vault, Wizards punted. I mean, just straight punted. And I didn't think it was possible. But here's what happened, okay? In metaphor. Let's call them scenario A and B, all right? In scenario A, you're about 6, 7 years old. First grade, let's say. The entire school was to be given a small present for being so good this year. Everyone was going to get the same thing, a piece of candy. And you're jazzed because you love candy. And this is free, promised candy. Then everyone opens their present in class, and everyone's chowing down on their candy. And man, that sure is some good candy. And then from the hall, you start hearing shrieks of joy. What in the world? And you look outside, and the 5th grade class down the hall is freaking out. They're screaming, free bike, and it's resonating all across the school. What? No one told us people were getting free bikes. We had no idea. And you are so bummed. That is not fair. Your world, it's crushed. This stupid piece of candy, you don't even care about it anymore. And the 5th graders, you're just very upset that they just up and gave them bikes for no good reason, and they didn't tell you about it. Ain't all you got was this stupid piece of candy. Now in scenario B, you're in the same classroom, okay? But this time the little presents come with a special note. Inside could be a free bike. The whole school has kicked so much butt, a very special prize has been added to each class. One person in each class gets a free bike, but everyone gets a piece of candy too. And the excitement is palpable. Everyone is vying for that free bike, and everyone wants to be a winner, and everyone hopes they're going to get lucky. And for those that don't get a free bike, well, they're still getting free candy, so everybody wins. The kids open their present, all hoping to find a free bike inside. And when someone does, everyone celebrates their win and wishes they had won instead. Little Jimmy shows off the winning slip, and everyone wonders over the mystery of why he got the bike and why they didn't. So, in those two scenarios, which is preferred? Psychology is a funny thing, and marketing does a lot of work to gear promotions to the feelings and emotions they expect to invoke. And in this instance, knowing that there's a chance for awesome stuff is more exciting, less hurtful, and can build buzz much better than after-the-fact jealousy and bitterness. And that's pretty much what happened. Firstly, you have the admission that 30 foil Hell Vaults were distributed amongst the 3,000. This means you had a 1% chance of opening the foil Hell Vault. Secondly, they were only provided to premier WPN locations, and randomly at that. And thirdly, they are now worth an absurd amount of money. eBay results are still coming in, but right now the foil oversized Avacyn is around $125. This means that if each of those oversized promos are worth $125, you're looking at $6,750. Next up is foil tokens. With 104 distributed per kit, the foil versions are going for about $60. This is $6,480 in tokens. Oh, but what's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Judge and player rewards foils. Yes, sir. Foils varied from Demonic Tutors, currently at $119 a piece, to Decree of Justice, valued at $19, and so, there's quite the swing in value there. Other reports include Extended Art Wrath of Gods and Judge Foil Vindicates. The dice are each worth about $4, so another $216. So let's say the average Judge foil included in these special kits is about $50, okay? That's $2,700. When combined with the tokens and the oversized promo cards, that's a grand total of $16,146. But let's just say I'm shooting way, way too high here. Let's temper it down to an even 10 grand. All right? Compare this to the regular Hell Vault. The oversized promos are about $5 a piece, so $270. Next are the tokens, currently eBaying for $1.50 or so. That's $162. Totaling all together with the dice, $648. So if you take the tempered value of a 10 grand foil Hell Vault versus a non-foil version, the non-foil version is worth about 6% of the value of a foil one. This discrepancy is kind of why everyone's pissed off. Now you can view this two ways. The first is that they wanted to repeat the surprise hidden treasures from Zendikar, which was a 100% random thing that happened in stores and pre-releases and release events all across the planet. The second is that they didn't want to explain to organizers some were getting ridiculously fat stacks of cash sent to them in this shiny metal box. Theft, greed, and the like are all a real worry here, guys. As the MTG Salvation poster Blue Concept put it best, quote, "A promotion that gives inconsistent returns is a scam that lures customers in only to disappoint them with the inconsistent product. The problem isn't only the randomization, but the randomization with promotion of consistency." So what you're telling me is that when you're going to say they're all awesome, and some are stupidly more awesome than others, you're going to make us mad. This is not random packs. These are certain stores in certain areas of the program. How well or worse attended would core WPN stores' pre-release events have been had everyone known only premier WPN stores had a chance at the sick goodies? Now, look, we know Magic players, myself included, will whine over almost anything, and StarCityGames.com is not immune. I didn't like losing draft opens at the Open Series either, but seriously guys, look at those payouts. We're talking 10 grand in tournaments each day, a whopping $75,000 invitational. There was plenty to celebrate, but it's the nature of the beast. Players will often focus on the most negative aspect of any new announcement, and promotions are no different. My blind pontificating tells me that WotC easily correlated the Hidden Treasures experiment with this one, as well as trying to mimic the idea that you just pulled a sick foil card out of your pack, except this time, it's the whole pre-release experience. But the value swings were just too high. You can't give one guy a golf cart and the other guy a Porsche and expect them to equally appreciate the two. When players are aware of variance, they can appreciate it and work around it. They can even hate on it, but they have to know it's there. The next time a promotion like this occurs, I'd suggest you spread the wealth. Perhaps have one portion randomly foil or cool, but keep them consistent. Like you have a chance at foil tokens, you have a chance at foil oversized cards, or maybe some special dice. You can even do this without spoiling the contents by explaining that there is a random element, but that on the day of release you can find out what that random element is. Again, introducing variance when a product is sold as one consistent thing is never going to go over well. I trust we've all learned lessons on this one, both in the reaction of players to promotions like these, and hopefully tips on how to not repeat mistakes like these in the future. I'm always curious what you guys think, and if I got it wrong, I trust you'll be the first to tell me. Until next time, Magic players, this is Evan Irwin, tapping the cards so you don't have to.
I always like the fatties.